Right now, this is my coal factory. I'm going to make it cover this as much as I can. We're already almost hitting our max power we make. I have a little bit of a backup, but let's get working. The very first step is going to be making a platform floor. Uh, if you don't have the Infinite Zoop mod, I suggest you get it. But we just gotta make enough room at the bottom for our water production. The rest of this can just be a solid floor. And that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I put what I'm going to be doing because the most I can bring is 270 is I'm going to do 2 power shards in each of these. And I will have to do math like that. And I'm using these 4 that are right next to me. And then I believe there is a pure one like up here somewhere. But first I'm going to get these done. Okay, I added this because at the final base I'm going to want the end to have these slopes like this. And then also in each of these miners I made it to where it is putting out 270. So at the end I'm going to have for each miner 18 coal generators. And it's going to be a lot of power. And then I will almost immediately go to oil. And then after oil I will go to nuclear and it'll be useless. But it'll look cool. I also really like this slope. Alright, I am nabbing the Caterium wire recipe. Look at that. That's a good one. Yeah, 18 times 5, whatever that is. I don't know basic math, but we're going to have that many coal processors. I've got these belts running into here, and they'll go into here, and then it'll distribute it where it needs to go. I think it's about 90 coal machines are going to be running. And I'll probably just do the manifold or whatever it's called. I won't split it up equally. I'll just let it fill and run like that. I think this is a cool little concrete barrier thing it outputs. I haven't decided whether I'm going to... I think I'm going to fill these walls just so it's equal with that. I think that looks better. Alright, yeah, I think that looks way better with it being flush against the wall. I'm going to leave this just like this. I got it closed off back here, but I think it'll be fine if they see, or if anyone can see like a little bit of the machinery. I also might end up moving this. I kind of wanted it to connect there, but the middle might look cooler. But that'll be how the coal gets in. The water will obviously come from the bottom. I haven't decided how I'm going to do that. I only have the 300 pipes, so I will probably have that equaled out, and I think I can do 6 machines with 300 water. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. It's going to go with 12, so I'm going to need 2 different lines of pipelines, and then I'm going to need another 2 for the ones that are going to be on the other side. And I've also decided to change how I'm going to bring water in to make it a little more realistic and easy. I'm going to use this big water up here and then just bring, I don't know exactly how many it is, but one second, it'll be 15 different pipelines down from up here and it'll go down there, but it'll also make it to where I don't need any pumps because they'll be coming directly from the water down here, going down here, and this will be tall enough to go in all of them. And it'll probably take the like a roundabout path through here to go behind all the machines, and then I'll need 7.5 of these, so I'll make the last one smaller, and then when I cover this all up with a building, I'll kind of change it around so it looks like a smaller building. So I'm going to start on that. Okay, so this is about how it's going to look. It's got this pipeline going into these 6, this pipeline going into these 6. It's another manifold. I mean, it probably won't work the best, but once it fills up, it'll be fine, so I'll just make sure they're all filled up before I start it. And then going underneath, 1 second. Going underneath, we will be, it's going to look dirty. It's not going to be viewable unless I specifically go down here, so I don't really care. But they're just all going to have stuff going into them from there. However, because it can be all dirty, I might actually just equal it out instead of doing a manifold. I might be using the complete wrong word there, but you probably know what I'm talking about. If not, I don't really care. So, alright, so on this side, it's pretty much the same thing. Oh, I gotta run and grab some more of those. But it's pretty much going to be the same thing. I might actually get manifolding up there because there's going to be plenty of room, but I don't know if I want to layer it down there. That's a lot of work, so we'll see. I got to go get more of these. I've got a full box full. I fell asleep and AFK'd overnight, so most of my boxes are full. Very good thing that didn't fail. But let me go grab that. I can guarantee you... What's up, little buddy? I can guarantee you that fixing this is going to be the next thing I do once I have power. I didn't want to... Like, a lot of these things are just one machine slowly filling these things. So, I didn't really want to just remake it all small. I want to remake it all big. But to do that, I need power, so that's what I'm doing now. I was scared for a reason, for a second, because I was scared I wouldn't have enough rotors. That's a hint. I need 900, by the way. Yeah, I think I've got enough. I've got a couple stored over there already, so let's go do this. Another thing I want to do, which I always seem to fail in Satisfactory runs, is I actually want to have each of my areas set off power-wise. I'm going to completely destroy the power grid here. Usually I don't make my first mega... I'll make like a small power farm, and by the time... It's just... I suck with distributing power. And so I just have kind of cords running in everywhere, but I want to be able to turn off entire factories from, you know, wherever I am. So I'm actually going to do that this time, which is why I'm not plugging in any of these yet, because I won't plug any of these in pretty much until it's ready to run on its own, and then it's going to run itself, and it's going to run the coal generators and the water, whatever they're called. There's water extractors, and once that's all going and running itself, then I will completely break everything else I have in this world and pretty much restart from base. I have enough materials set aside that I'll be able to make pretty much every factory I want to make right now, until we complete phase 2 at least. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing for now. Well, for now, past the you know, the entire coal factory I'm making. Speaking of which, I cannot wait to get a jetpack. This is killing me. And then whatever it's called that lets you just hover in the air, a hover pack or whatever it is. Oh my gosh, I need it. You know, one thing I really like about Factorio over this game, I do prefer this game overall just because I'm a sucker for 3D games, but first person. Blueprints. Their blueprint system in this game sucks, and even the biggest one, which I had a mod for a while on my other saves, I decided not to include it on this one because it'd be a little too cheaty. But I had a blueprint that was like 100 by 100. I think in base game, I don't know what it is, but it's pretty small, and you don't even get that till almost the end of the game, which is okay, I guess, but it's still not big enough to make factories like this versus Factorio. I don't know. But it'd be really nice because I've got to do this several more times. It also just occurred to me that... Okay, hold on. I got to do some math. I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay, so I did a little bit of a math error. However, I'm going to keep it this way because it's the easiest with the water. If I add 2 more onto each sides, which is what it would be for 18, I would have to bring in enough water for 4 more complete ones, which I cannot do at the moment without a whole bunch of extra space being taken up, and I really don't want to have to do that. So, Instead, what we are going to do is just have extra coal. Yep, that's it. Don't really care. It's going to bring me enough power for what I need. So it's not going to be absolutely maxed out like it could be with what we're getting. But with that, I can take one of these slugs out of each of them. Or power shards. So that'll be nice in general for me because I haven't even put the full amount in all of those, I don't think. But while we are here, this scanned. I don't really want that alloy. Is that good? I don't care. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. These are... There's a better recipe for this, I think, so I don't even know if I want that one. I could potentially keep them both here because I hate bio coal. That's the dumbest recipe. Anything having to do with this is just bad. But this might be good, so I'll choose that. I think there's a better one that gives you 15, though. Every minute or whatever, second or whatever it is. But I will continue making these. I don't even think I can fit one next to it because of that wall. But we will see what I have to do. I might pull it out a little bit. At the end of the day, I'm going to get them to fit. But there's a lot more, and I might need to push this and extend it out farther. And then, yeah, I might end up having to do that because I might not have enough room for all of these. I can't really fit any back here either. Going on a shard run and maybe filling these with power shards might be the way to go to lower this, but I'm not like that. Okay, it didn't take me but 3 or 4 minutes to decide to change my plan. It was probably a minute. It's going to be really annoying, and I want the front to be uniform. So, any that I have to cut off, I'm going to have to go collect a good amount of power shards. And I'll like start here. I should be able to do another row here. And then whatever got cut off, I'll just compensate with power shards on these. And then even more for over here, I'm going to have to cut it off over here and finish it. And same thing, I am going to have to compensate with power shards. There's just not much I can do. And I can maybe fit some over here, so I might do some over here as well. This was not the best thing to happen. I thought I had more room. Either that or... Actually, you know what? I don't want to go... I hate collecting power shards. I'm just going to extend this out by just enough to probably add 6 more onto each of these. And we will figure it out from there. Water's going to be an issue. Maybe I could have just in the middle 2 up a block. And then have it go through. And then once it gets down here to this very end, it can like drop down 1. And then go into the 6 here. I think that could probably work. I don't know. It's not the best, but I need more room. Okay, I gotta run back for more cable. That's unfortunate. I need a tube system. I don't even have the tube system researched. It's too much work. Also, I am going to, just for aesthetic, I guess, put an elevator. I need silica first, but I'm gonna put an elevator going down there from there. Because it'll be completely blocked off. But that's how long it's gonna be right there. And I'll just kind of fill this up, then start on that side, and then I think I'll have to have another layer. But it should keep me from having to collect more power shards, because I really, really don't want to do that. Alright, so I really like how this looks. And I think it's clipping just a little bit, but just don't look. It'll be fine. Just don't look. Now I get to go through, and because I can't... Oh, shit. Okay, see, there we go. It's not working. But I have to go through and do this to every single one I do, except that last one. For some reason, that clipped. The rest of these do not. There we go. Just like that, 36 out of 80 are done. Got a couple more to do. 36 out of 80. Well, this is odd. When I came back, it clipped me in the middle of this from my decoupled camera. We just fix that and go about my day. Test. And I'm going right back. I need more concrete. So, I don't know why it's letting me build in the wall here, but it is, so that's good. And just to prove I don't have a mod doing it, I guess they may have changed it. But all I have is Cartograph, Crash Site Beacons, which shows me the crash sites, Infinite Nudge, which I guess could technically be doing it, but I doubt it, Infinite Zoop, and then just the mod loader. So, whatever the reason, if they fixed it, that's nice. That actually helps so much here. I won't be able to do it over here, but over here will be fine. This does, however, create the problem of the water. So, I might end up having to bring it around and then down from there. Because, or I could technically bring it down the waterfall. Actually, that would probably look cool if I bring it down the waterfall under here. I could use under here a little more as well, since it's so much wasted space. And then I could like bring it up through here maybe, and disperse it like that. And then the other one would even work to bring up here on this third layer. And I don't think there'll be a fourth, but if there is, so that should work fine. Alright, so with how this has ended up, I think I am going to make another, is it 18 on here? So I will be using, each of these will be using one of the miners. So in total it will be 18 times 5. I am terrible at math. 90. So 90 of these will be running. I'm holding off on the final number. It will be in the thumbnail, but that's beside the point. I want to surprise myself for the total amount I'm making. Well, this is why you always double measure. I did this wrong. So I have to break these 5, all of these, and then what you haven't even seen me do yet, because I was just now getting ready to show you, is over here. I completely did this. So yes, I get to break all of these, and they probably won't fit as well as they did before, unfortunately. So I'll have to fix that as well. So I'll be back in a while. Alright, now that that's all cleared, I get to do this again and actually measure it correctly this time. Let's start it with one of these. Let's do this. Alright, I've got it mapped out correctly this time. I don't have it done yet on either of these, but oh my gosh, that's so annoying. You'll never guess what I need more of. You will never guess what I need more of. Cable. It's nice when I set it all up and I can just immediately plug it all into these, especially when they're correct. Okay, this one's done. I still gotta do this left one. I just absolutely love this again. I think I actually made it clear on this time. I should probably go back and try to fix the other, but I'm not going to. Like, that one's clipping a little. But we've almost got the piping done. The coal itself is going to be extremely easy to do. The piping is going to be the difficult part. And we did that. But piping it up to the water is going to be the most difficult part. And I guess making the water thing, I don't know how I'm going to make it look good. That I'm completely lost on. But we'll see. Alright, look at what we've done here. And then this will be linked up to the top, obviously. And then the other one I'm going to make at some point over here walls to go over here, or ceiling, sorry. And we're gonna pull the other pipes up here, and it'll go up just like this. I had to lift these ones up because they're vertical and they looked weird if I brought them down first. So I guess technically I could have dropped them down like right here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna redo that. All right, and just like that, it looks beautiful. Unstacked them on both sides. We're good to go. All right, so I kind of made a little path with it over here somewhere. I don't really know exactly where it is, but I need 36 water thingamabobs. I'll double check that in a second before I start it, but I need to get water from here all the way to here. So it's actually gonna have to go up a little bit, so I'm gonna have 2 sets of pumps that bring them up. And I'm gonna need 36 of these into 12 pipelines. Oh, it actually will be slightly more because I have a few more pipelines that I still need to set up from that last batch of 18, which will be 4. So 4 times 3, 12. So 36 plus 12, 48. So that's how much we'll need for all in total. We'll need 48 of these water extractors. I've started on this pipeline right here, coming out farther. This one I'm gonna meet right here on the side. And then it's gonna come over this way, all the way over here. I've been mining trees under this thing for 20 minutes. And then it'll come down here. And then it'll come from here. And I guess I'll have it probably push out like this again. Go over here. And then I'll have the pipes connect from there at that point. Sometimes I wonder if it might be easier to just stack these, but until I get a bigger blueprint thing, I'm not going to. Next, I'll be pulling them down here. Alright, so now this is done, and this is just how I'm doing this one. Let's go. Oh, no, let's not do that. We're just going one by one, bringing them down. I could edit that out. Look at that. Perfect. So I've done this. This is enough for 3 of 16. I'm going to duplicate this on the other side. And I don't think I'll have enough, so I'll probably have to actually have a couple being filled from beneath the thing. I will, however, make it look like it's all coming from here, because I think that would look cooler. There's 6 of them. I've got these 6 back here, and then I'm going to have to make enough for 4 more, I think, over here. Let me connect these real quick, though. Okay, yikes. It's done, but look at that mess. I still need to power all of them. I need to power everything. I've specifically not powered a single thing yet. It will wait. So, once this is powered, I really hope they're all set correctly, but once this is powered, I guess if they're not set correctly, they'll be set over, and that should be fine. It's just going to take a little more power, but they'll go into here. I'm going to have to put pumps here. I'll do that in a minute, and then pumps there as well. And then the water will be done. Those are all placed down. The next will just be getting coal to them. I've got each of their lifts down here. I'm going to set up the manifolds, and then I'm going to start pumping coal in here. Or, well, really, first I'll probably get enough water in the system to keep it from messing up. What is going on here? I'll probably get enough water in the system to keep it from messing up. And then, well, that's probably why. Wait, no. Okay, I'm wrong. Anyway, I'll get enough water in the system, and then once we have enough water in the system, it'll obviously start making power, and that'll work out perfectly. But I've got to do this, and it's kind of a tight space. And then before I check out what kind of power we're making, I am going to clean up the area. Not down here. This area I'm okay with looking bad, but the other areas. Okay, before I show you my belt work, just know that it took forever. We got those over there, these over here. They're not the best, but they'll work. Or they don't look the best, but I don't really care if it looks good or not. Where's... Wait, am I counting that wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing one! Here it is. I just split this one into two because they were pointed the wrong ways. So we'll just kind of bring this over here, not make it look good because who cares? Put that there. And then we're gonna take these guys. This is gonna look so bad. But boom. 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 Okay, so with that, all I'll have to do is connect the coal to these. I've got a lot to clean up before I start this thing. And then I also, the very first thing I'll do before that is putting on the power things. This one will be annoying. My plan is to place one of these right here on every single one. Break one of these. Oh, oops. Let's do that and that. So then I'll take this and I'll reach it up here and it'll be kind of invisible. And I'm going to do that to all of them. And then these down here will all reach to each other so it'll be invisible up there. Okay, so I just got the daisy chain thing, so it'll be a little easier. Which I don't care about easier, but I think it'll look better. Not specifically with these. I think it would look better if they were underground. However, I think it will look better with the... I think it will look better on the water production stuff. So I'll use it here just because it's easier, but in general, it'll just make my stuff look cleaner. It doesn't really add all that much. And I'm leaving it on the base settings where each only has one extra connection, so it's not like I'll be able to use these machines to power 30 different things. It's just they can power the thing next to it. It would suck if I missed one of these. We'll just go all the way around. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is... actually, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is start with this one. We're gonna... There we go. So, I'm not really worried about how it looks coming in from over here. It's just the input is right here. So this will be the first one. This is going to keep fueling this for now until we get the water up and running. So then we're going to go over here. We're going to find the next one. Over here. This guy at 270. Yeah, that. Look at this glitch. And I'm just making whole new paths. I'm gonna break all of the other ones eventually. gonna keep going over here. I think the other one is, yeah, over here. And then we've got 2 more we gotta grab. One is a little farther. I'm gonna take a minute, and then the other is, like I said, being used. So we're gonna wait to set that one up until that time. I need 1,000 megawatts to run just the water. That's rough. I do not have that much at all. So how should I do this? Probably power one of the things. Like I said, that'll be for a little bit. I gotta clean up the area first. Okay, so it's done. It's all running. You can't see it, but it is all running. I'm about to show you how much power it makes. We will go see that in just a second. The coal goes in through here, and it goes, we just nab that, but it goes in through here and it goes up there. I finished off putting the ramps down. I have not put the elevator yet, still need silica. These are all running. If you want to guess how much power it is, throw that in the comments. These are all running correctly. Let's see if we can show it up here. We've got the pipelines here. We got a lot of pipe work and a lot of those. Each of those are doing 100 water each, and they're going all into a 300 pipeline, which are each going to fill these coal generators with no power shards. I believe there's 90 there, so each gives 75 megawatts. You can do the math there pretty easily. I cannot. I will get rid of that and make it neater when I also make this whole area different. I'm gonna make this look better in the future with buildings and stuff. I just needed power. I believe we started with 300 or so. So big reveal. 6,675. We're using 1,000 megawatts. I need to unhook some stuff also and mess with my power grid. While I was starting this up, I had to do some stuff which accidentally connected it to my main power grid. And then once I find out how much this runs together, I'm going to put an impromptu switch till I get one, which is just going to be this. And I'll break this middle one when I want them disconnected. So then I can see how much each individual factory creates or takes electricity wise. And the regular factories, I will do rooms like this, and I will come back at some point and do rooms here as well. They'll mostly be big box office towers full of factories, but if you liked the video, please subscribe. Mayhaps. That's good. I really like this pipe work here at the end. But this should give me enough power, long enough at least to get oil processing going. And I will probably make the exact same style as this and just make as many as I can with one oil node. But, oh, what is wrong, little buddy? No fuel. Let's see what's going on here. Little behind the scenes magic. We've got coal. I'm guessing this wasn't connected correctly. So, a little bit of troubleshooting. The one issue, I was actually going to say we did not have pretty much a single issue the entire time. We had like minor issues, just me. I did a math error, I guess. I'm getting real unlucky here. But anyway, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, like it, comment, maybe even laugh. Have a good day.